My world may seem the same as yours, but it's not.
So I challenge you to follow me.
You know where to find me.
I'm here!
There!
Everywhere.
And the world is in flame!
9 years ago, Sony's second attempt at a dedicated handheld console hit American shores in the form of the PlayStation Vita. There were bells and whistles aplenty on this bad boy. Twin analog sticks, a capacitive touchscreen, as well as a touch-sensitive backplate, front and rear cameras, built-in microphone, and the initial version even had the ability to connect to a 3G cellular network for true on-the-go gaming. It outclassed its main competitor, the Nintendo 3DS, on nearly every technical level, delivering graphics in some situations that could go toe-to-toe with console releases of the time. It sported a 16:9 960x544 resolution display that used OLED technology at first, but in a later revision was scaled back to LED. The venerable ARM processor was back with a quad-core 333 MHz variant to drive the system, with another 4-core processor used purely for the graphical grunt. 512 megabytes of system memory doubled what was available to the PS3, with another 128 megabytes available just for the GPU. Its first year was filled with high-profile titles such as Uncharted Golden Abyss, Little Big Planet, Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed, Assassin's Creed Liberation, and even a new IP in the form of Gravity Rush. These games could be delivered digitally or on Vita cards, the only time to date that Sony has gone with a non-optical format for game releases in a console. The Vita was backwards compatible with PSP and PS1 games, but only with those delivered digitally by the PSN, as there was no UMD drive to read the discs. Storage of those digital titles, however, was one of the major flaws of the console. Rather than a standard format like microSD, Sony decided to make their own proprietary format to expand the storage on the Vita. The cost to the consumer was pretty steep and was prohibitive to purchase, with 8GB cards going for $50 when the comparable size in microSD was around $10 to $20. All told, the Vita never quite gained the traction it needed to be able to take off, partially due to the rise of cell phones. Why carry an extra device for gaming around when the one you already have can handle it all in one? The lack of confidence from developers made the library die off into mostly visual novels for the most of the tail end of its life. In 2013, a microconsole variant was made called the PlayStation TV that would simply plug into the TV and play Vita games, but there were quite a few limitations on an already limited console, and by 2015 it was already discontinued. The Vita itself survived until 2019, when Sony officially declared an end to production of the console and any new Vita cards. Today, I think the Vita is mostly known for being a rather capable homebrew and emulation console. With custom firmware installed, one can play a much wider library of games, including PSP games that might not have received a digital release. The The PlayStation TV easily fetches $150 even in 2021, as it ends up being the best way to play PSP and Vita games on the big screen. Not bad at all for a little fellow about the size of a typical wallet. Got any fond memories of the dearly departed PlayStation Vita? Let me know here or on Twitter at TesseractUnfold. Meanwhile, like, subscribe, spread the word, and I'll catch you all again next week.
Not again. Why don't you pick on someone your own size, you son of a bitch? Chase. Nice. Get the hell out of there.